Hi again. My name is Rebel and I'm the Rebel Reseller, and today I'm going to be doing the second half of my What Sold videos, which will be for this past weekend, Friday through Sunday, September 27th through the 29th. And y'all, what a weekend it was. What a weekend it was. Major flooding in our area, lots of power outages. We are all without water right now. I finally got my internet back yesterday. But we've got a little bit of water left as far as coming through our pipes, but major infrastructure damage. I think our water storage area was underwater, so they're working very hard to get our water system back up. I think a lot of the power is back in our area. Y'all, we lost major bridges in our area, including one that's like not far from my house, and it's the way that my son gets back and forth to work, so he's going to have to start going another route because the flash flooding was something you can't even imagine. In fact, where I live, we're kind of up on a plateau from the river that caused so much damage to this area. And yeah, probably 50 plus feet from the river is an area where there's a house that's probably a quarter mile behind my house. But it's like right on the edge of this cliff system above the river. The water got all the way up there. I never would have imagined that the water got so close to my house. Now, we were never in imminent danger of that. But never would I have ever imagined that the water even got that high. And you can tell it was even higher because the trees on the other side of the river are just muddy. So, right now, as far as when this video is being released, we're supposed to be in Florida, but we're still in standstill because I really don't want to leave my house when the water is still off. Because, when it gets turned on, could a kid have left, a water spigot on? Or, is there going to be any problems with the plumbing? I'm on a septic system. I worry about my septic. And if somebody left water running, that it would back up into the house. Just all these unknowns at this point. Robert's been amazing through all of this. He has gone around to all of our neighbors, making sure that they don't need anything, and especially for creek water. We live near a creek also, so we have brought creek water to our house, to help with the flushing of the, toilets. Things you don't think about when, you're facing, it could be at least a week or so of us with no water. So it's, I'm so grateful that we only had the inconvenience of no internet for the weekend because so many people lost so much. All right, y'all, I have a platform from my past is back in these solds. Let me just go ahead and get that part of the video started. Let me show you what sold for the weekend. They're back. Bonanza. Robert turned Bonanza back on. I had no intentions of doing it because I started getting rights violations, copyright, not even, but it was on weird stuff like Hershey's, an ornament but not a plush, and actually I'm already starting to see some of that again. I'm just going to ignore it because no other platform am I having issues with. I can't even remember what this newest one is. I can't even remember. I'm not sure what. If I get kicked off this platform, I'm not really too concerned about it. I'm just going to see how it goes. But I made my first sale. It was these Fisher-Price Little People brown table and chairs, and they sold on Bonanza for $16.95. All right, Lila and Jack Elephant Lovey sold on Poshmark for $13. I did not have any sales on Mercari, but I had two 2 sales on Etsy. So crazy, crazy sales. All right, first one is this Mattel Barbie Dream House furniture, sold for $29.95. And then this Ertl Playground Kids doll. I think this was a Ben's pickup. It was new to me. I only figured it out from Google Lens. They were from 1990, and y'all, this little 7-inch doll sold for $34.95. Now, eBay. Selling a lot of my old stuff, and a lot of it is going for, $5, $6, $7, $8, which, make it gone, make room for the new stuff. But, we sold a lot of clothes, So I'm going to share some of these with you. This was a Ron Cheriskin Hawaiian men's shirt, sold for $10.05. Robert has, even without internet and limited data, we did try to keep up with sending offers, looking for offers. Y'all, we even went Saturday because Sunday. We weren't sure when we were going to get internet back to the gas station up the road from us because we could get better internet reception up there. Our data here was very sporadic, and it was awful at times. You couldn't get anything on your phones. So we went up there, took my laptop, took the printer, did all of my packages right there in the parking lot. And then yesterday, I was actually up there trying to do a little bit of listing, and I got a notification that our internet was back. So this morning we were able to finish our packages here. But this shirt, if I didn't say it before, sold for $10.05. Now, if you're new to my channel, I don't do free shipping on any of my platforms, so the buyer also paid shipping. Jellycat Koala Bear Plush, just picked this up and just listed it, $13.45. This was from the huge Barbie lot that I bought at a consignment sale in North Carolina earlier this year. I paid $7 or $8 for a huge bag of stuff, and man, it was an excellent find. But just these Golden Dream Barbie hair accessories sold for $12.10. Carter's Just 1 Year Bear Plush sold for $22.45. Big Star Maddie women's jeans sold for $17. Old Navy boyfriend shorts sold for $13.21. Spark Create Imagine Sloth plush sold for $13.45. Cabbage Patch Kids doll sold for $10.67. Again, another old listing that Robert sent offers out on. I think this was actually my best sell of the weekend. This is a very large jumbo size Kelly Toy Sheepdog plush, and it sold for $89.95. American Eagle women's jeans, $15.94. Old Navy Pixie women's pants sold for an offer of $10. They had been listed for over a year, so make them gone. I bought a bag of doll shoes, or I found a bag at the bins. Not quite sure which one it was. Most of it was like our generation, but these were smaller, so I just went ahead and listed these separately. I never could determine who the doll was that they belonged to. I just made sure I had good measurements for them, and they took about 3 months to sell, but these 2 doll shoes sold for $12.11. Classic Toy, not a good quality brand, but sometimes I pick up stuff just for what the plush is. They do have some character plush, and then a lot of times it's, animals. Anytime I have eagles, I'll usually pick them up as long as it's in good condition. And this one sold for $8.05. That IKEA brown bear, I just was working on the video for this. This will probably be released before that video, but you know, I pulled that bear up out of a bag and I'm like, this looks IKEA. Looks IKEA. And then Robert had done Google Lens and confirmed it sold immediately for $25. Definitely one of the IKEA plush to be looking for. PRPS men's jeans. Never heard of that brand. Sold for $49.68. Minecraft Piglin Runt pillow plush. I was hoping it would go for more, but it ended up just kind of being bread and butter, $8. But it sold pretty quickly. White Mountain puzzles. Love doing them. This weekend, I think we did 4 puzzles because we had no internet. Couldn't list, couldn't work, couldn't do anything really unless we drove down the road. So we just worked on puzzles all weekend. This one was called Remember When, and it sold for $8. We just started a new one. We're getting ready to start a new one today. It's game pieces. I just love these puzzles. Colby Brock men's hoodie sold for $35.71. Clothes, y'all. Pier 1 Imports coffee cup with dogs. I bought this at an estate sale. I want to say I paid $1 for it. Bought a couple of things, but for the most part, the house was packed. It just really wasn't good quality stuff for the most part. But this mug sold for $10.49. Walt Disney Winnie the Pooh vintage plush sold for $11.66. This is one of those plush, it had like nutshell body. Anytime I sell plush that, you know, have that nutshell stuff in it, you know, I worry about things being twisted and turned if it's in a poly bag that it would rip, because, you know, it's kind of rough stuff and a lot of times they're overstuffed. So you know, if you're going to have things like this, make sure you ship them in a box. Parents' Choice. Funny, I just did a video where I found 2 more Parents' Choice. But this particular lamb lovey sold for $17.95. That's a Walmart brand. Now this is Tupperware, Tupper Toys. It was a series that you could mix and match the heads and the bodies, or the torsos and the bottoms of these toys. I only had 1 complete piece and a head to another one. They sold for $10. Aurora Giraffe plush sold for $8.05. Giraffes just needs to be another one of those ones I'm not going to pick up unless it's something very, very unique. Wrangler men's jeans sold for $17.71. The bad thing about losing power or internet all weekend was my List Perfectly didn't keep up. So I had to spend some time this morning going through and getting everything back right. You know, I deleting listings that sold, delisting things that had sold on other platforms, but they made it very easy. I just went into the sales and analytics. It showed me everything that sold, and if you didn't see a sold button next to your platform, I knew that I needed to do something with it, that it was not being reflected in the List Perfectly category correctly. So, well, it didn't take very long, but it is something I needed to do. All right, Russ Midas Bear plush sold for $8.96. Bread and butter. Funny, I was about to end this because I've actually got a Elmo sitting over there from the same series, and then it sold. This is Grover from the Tycho series. Their 8-inch plush sold for $8.06. Mr. Potato Head Toy Story Miscellaneous pieces was not complete. I just ended up putting as many pieces together that I thought went to this set. And it sold for $26.95. Let me tell you a story on this. All right, when I listed this years ago, it talked. It had an internal battery, and it says there in my listing, you've got quality. But when I pulled it the other day, it did not work. I sent a message to the buyer, did not get a response. So what I did today, and this is how I deal with situations like this, and I'm going to let the buyers decide if they're going to keep it or not, but I went ahead and shipped it, and I gave them a 100% refund. I've lost, I think the shipping was $3.96, but, you know, without confirmation from them that they did not want it, I just went ahead and shipped it, and, hopefully they'll be happy with the situation, because even though it doesn't work, maybe they have the skills to open it up and see if they can replace the battery, or they can just discard it if it's not going to work, and they've not lost any money. So I'm just, this is what I decided to do in this situation. All right, I picked these up at an estate sale, bought a ton of stuff. It's the same one where I bought Snoopy with a whole bunch of clothes, Belle's clothes also, but it was a while ago, several years ago. When I saw that I had an offer on this, I was like, whatever it is, I'm accepting it, which I was happy to see that somebody had offered me $24, but it was just one of those items that I just really needed to make them gone. So I was very happy with the $24 offer. These are Eureka seals. They're like little sticker thingies. This set, I had some that were partial sets, which I made a different listing of, but all of these were unused and complete. So I, probably not something I would pick up again, but they're gone. Russ Home Buddies, love picking these plush up. They're terry cloth. They're by Russ, like I said, and this monkey sold for $22. I've got my little mouse back there. Pleasant Company, American Girl, Kaya. I think we picked her up at the bins when we were up in Connecticut. And this particular one sold for $49.95. Disney Frozen microphone sing-along type toy sold for $17.95. Armadillo plush sold for $9.86. Aurora Dalmatian dog sold for $13.45. This is from the Snoopy lot that I've been going through. I still have 2 totes to finish. These were by Flambro, and it was porcelain figures of Lucy and Schroeder. I say that every time wrong. Schroeder. And I decided to put the 2 together. There was, comps for one or the other, but I didn't have a lot. So I just decided I'm going to make a lot. $35.95. Kelly Toy Pillow Chums Brown Monkey sold for $9.86. Another pair of jeans. These are vintage Gitano high-waisted mom jeans, $12.76. Mayfield Dairy Farms coffee cup. That's a brand that is carried in our area. Sold for $17.95. Molokai Surf Company Hawaiian shirt sold for $12. Dickens Keepsake Porcelain building. These are little. The box was very little. I think down here you can see a picture. It's only like 5 or 6 inches tall. Again, another really old listing, sold for $8. I looked at this and I thought, Robert, send an offer on this. These were listed last summer. We had bought a huge lot of just really nice clothes for like $1 an item. It's the same lot where I picked up the Jenny Kane sweater that I sold for, I want to say $200. But Robert, with his aggressive offers, this Lily Pulitzer skort sold for $26.81. I'm still happy to let him send out these offers. Make this stuff gone, right? And then last but not least, this is a Hager ceramic planner. Funny, I just sold a Hager. I only have 2 Hagers. Just sold the other one this week. And then the last one, which is something I'm not going to pick up again, this planner sold for $8.16. All right, y'all. Keep our area and the areas surrounding us, Asheville and Jonesboro, Greene County, Newport, all of these, Irwin. Y'all, look up a video on the hospital in Irwin. There's lots of footage out there. That's how fast the storm, the water, the flash flood waters hit our area. Just crazy, crazy. But keep all of our area in your prayers. Hopefully we get our water back quickly, and just start trying the slow return to some kind of normalcy for our area. All right, get to work. Bye.